few questions first, and I'll open the floor to you guys. But Logan Schuchart, $1 million winner. I mean, has it sunk in yet? It's been about 15, 20 minutes after the checkered. You had a very awesome victory lane. Just how you feeling right now? $1 million winner. It's pretty badass.
I don't know, man. It's I don't think I have the words in my vocabulary to describe the way I feel right now, honestly. Just all this team, I can't say enough about them. They work so hard, and it bugs me so bad when I feel like I can't give them the results that they deserve sometimes. But I felt like coming to this racetrack, it's one that we've ran good in the past. We've had the chance to win big races here, and I just felt good about what we had going on. I felt like the guys were going to give me a great car, and I was going to do my best to make it happen, and I don't know, we're sitting here. Yeah,
for you and the Shark race team, just how special is it? You guys have, did the grind early in your career to get to this point, just had to come full circle and feel pretty damn special.
Yeah, it's I say it all the time, come a long way from starting from the bottom, and just what Jacob and I have come from, the amount of equipment that we've had to starting off with the Outlaws with one engine in each car, short block, and just building up to here with we had Relodyne here who supported us for the last how many years, C&D Rigging, Federated Auto Parts, NGK, Brian. They're all here. Big name supporters of Shark Racing that believe in us, and even when I didn't believe in myself, sometimes I got my team that backs me 100%. This guy comes in here yelling and screaming. Biggest supporter. Bill, my grandfather, obviously is big believer in this race team. Never gives up, and has instilled that into Jacob and I. So just amazing to be sitting here with two champions that win many outlaw races, are the best of the best, and we're able to come out on top tonight.
So I interviewed you for the pole setter, and you kind of like were psyching yourself out. You're like, I like to start, a little bit, a couple rows back. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna kind of pace I'm gonna set, but your pace was out of this world the whole 20 or the whole 50 laps.
Yeah, honestly, I was having flashbacks a little bit because this guy right here passed me in 2019 on a restart, and this guy about did the same thing. So luckily, we got another shot at that, and we're able to get out in the lead and kind of set a pace to where I felt like it was going to be really tough for somebody to pass us. And if I could get back to the top after the restart and just set good laps, set smooth laps, and make the right moves on lap cars when I needed to, just not be overly aggressive, and like I said, set a good pace. So that's about it. The plan worked out, and we're sitting here.
A little nerve-wracking going into 1 and 2 on that final lap. Kind of looked like you smacked the ball a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely smacked the cushion pretty hard. I didn't have the speed that I had the few laps before that, getting up to lap cars, and I don't even know who was in front of me right there. I was just focused on trying to hit my line, and I kind of took the air off the wing, and I got a little tight under the corner, so I was trying to get the thing freed up, and I had to kind of jam the brakes and get it freed up and come down back across the racetrack.
Just the emotion, getting out of the car. I mean, at the Big E, very special place. Plenty of Hall of Famers and all genres of racing have gotten on the stage. Just talk about that and just how awesome and special that was.
Bobby Allen won the first World of Outlaw race here in I think '78. So there's been a lot of legend. Where Earl was built, Tony's took over, and it's just a lot of legends that I came here I think with my grandfather for the first time when I was about 14 years old, and sat up in turns 3 and 4 and watched the biggest names in the sport come rip around the top of this place. So couldn't wait for my chance, wondered if I'd ever win a big race like this. And like I said in my victory lane interview, lots of nights sitting up and, ran second in every major sprint car race, and, I sat there many nights thinking, man, what if I never win one of these things, never win one of these major events? So I'm glad I got that off my shoulders, and the biggest one in history. It's just amazing, man. Like I said, I don't think I have the words in my vocabulary to describe how I feel right now.
What was your mentality when that green flag starting? Just what was your game plan, I guess, going into that, especially that first half of that race?
Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like I get too nervous in a race car too much anymore. I feel like, it's right where I'm supposed to be. It's what I've always wanted to do my whole life. But I'd say this weekend, I don't know if it's knowing that I felt like I had a good shot at this or what, but man, the butterflies were rolling before the start of this race, and I kind of psyched myself out. feel like I don't feel like that way very often in a race car anymore. But as soon as we got strap in, fire the thing off, the next step, I felt like I calmed down more and more and more as we got ready to go. And as soon as that car starts up, I just feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So I can't thank my team enough, all our sponsors, Dryden, Duramax, C&D Rigging, everybody that's a part of this, Triple X, Michael Newman's Racing Engines. We had him here this weekend, DMI, FK Shocks, everybody that's a part of it, K1, keep me safe. I was on fire there for a little bit. So Bell, everybody that's a part of this deal that helps us be out here on the road and compete at the highest level.
Carson, we were talking before he got in here. You were just kind of content for a second there because he was long gone. I think it was like nearly 3 seconds. Do you have anything for him there tonight?
I mean, I don't know if I was content. I just knew that I wasn't going to catch him. He was way out in the lead, and unless I had some kind of caution, and even with the cautions, like every time I'd end up having to fight Brad for a few laps, and he was really good and was aggressive on restarts and was doing a good job there too. And I just think the 1S team did a good job. I think Logan did a good job. They had a good car. They were able to really make a lot of speed out front, and I think my team did a great job too. It just didn't quite have it, but happy to run second and feel like the 41 team did a great job. And it sucks, like me and Brad were just sitting here talking, like we both made pretty good money, but like when when he wins $1 million, you're like, man, it seems like peanuts. But we're still really happy with it and thankful to be sitting on this deal, on the top 3.
Take us through that battle just with you and Brad, through those restarts there. It was pretty entertaining from my vantage point.
Yeah, I just felt like I was getting fairly decent restarts. The one time me and Logan kind of drag raced in there, and I actually was trying to maybe run the middle, or I thought maybe like I could enter in the middle and he was going to probably drive across me, and when he did, it just totally took the air off of my wings, and I ended up spinning, and then Brad drove around me, and I think he was getting ready to maybe drive around both of us. So luckily the caution came out really for that. Probably it sucks. I mean, he's probably bummed, but for me, I was probably happy about it, So other than that, like I would get good starts, but I would just kind of get trapped there off of Logan's right rear, and then we'd get into the corner, and Brad would be able to throw a flyer, and it just seemed like we would battle for a little while, and then Logan would get away, and it just sort of played out that way. It seemed like almost every restart, but it's not a surprise. I mean, it's the Eldora Million. Everybody's running as hard as they can. People are going to be throwing huge bombs to try and get positions, no matter where they're at. I would have been doing the same thing if I was Brad or anybody else.
$900,000 difference for first and second. If you're like, I know you kind of touched on it there, that first question, but just you're like, damn, 900,000. That's a lot of change there.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's just like Logan said. It's sometimes maybe you got to run second at a few of these before you win a big one. And I've been lucky enough to win the National Open. I felt like that was a one to cross off my list as a huge win. This would have been really cool, but run second, I'm not gonna hang my head. I still think my All Ball 41 team did an incredible job, and I think Philip Dietz and Clyde Knibb and Nate Reppis worked just as hard as any other team, and I'm thankful to have them on my side. So I'm, as much as I'd love to be bummed about it and be sad, I'm happy, I'm thankful, and we'll just keep trying to push forward. We still got a race on Saturday that pays $175,000. That's a crown jewel that would be really special to win. So lots to look forward to, and excited about the future.
Handed to Brad here. Brad, you're like, just feels like an all or nothing race tonight. You got third place, so good podium run, but just initial reactions getting third here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not super disappointed just because I didn't feel like that I really had anything for Logan. He just was kind of the class of the field. So we all knew coming here that one guy was going to win $1 million, and the rest of us were all going to be a little bit sad, because we all want to win the $1 million. It was our one chance to do it, at least for now. And but I mean, the opportunity to race for $1 million is something that's really special, and the fact that we had a great crowd. I don't know. It's nothing to be. I'm not really disappointed. I mean, I wanted to win really, really bad. I feel like my team gave it their all. I gave it my all. Logan was just a little bit better tonight, and I'm happy for them. Happy for Bobby. I know that they've come a long way, and I've been there. Watched it all. Watched the progress, and me and Logan had some good battles. I think I stole one from him in 2019, and I think he got the last lap tonight.
And open up for any questions, anybody?